My beloved child, pause for a moment and listen. You did not arrive here by accident. This is not chance, coincidence, or curiosity that brought you to this moment. Heaven has been watching you, closely, attentively, lovingly, and today I say, enough is enough. You have carried pain longer than you were meant to carry it. You have endured more than what was assigned to this season of your life. And now I am stepping in myself. Do not turn away. Do not scroll past this. Do not dismiss this moment as something meant for someone else. This message was sent from above and it was sent for you. I know how easy it is for you to doubt that something so personal could be intentional. I know how quickly your mind tries to rationalize, to explain away, to tell your heart not to hope too much. But hear me clearly, I have counted every tear you cried in silence. Every one. The tears you wiped away quickly so no one would notice. The tears that fell in the dark when you felt safest to finally let go. The tears that came without warning when the weight became too much. None of them were unseen. None of them were wasted. And today I declare before heaven and earth that your season of suffering ends now. You wondered how much longer you could endure. You asked yourself how many more days you could keep going like this, holding it together, showing up, surviving on strength you no longer felt you had. Some days you did not feel strong at all. You simply kept breathing. Listen closely now because I am intervening. Not later. Not someday. Right now. Everything is about to change. You were not forgotten. You were not overlooked. You were not delayed by chance or pushed aside for someone more deserving. I allowed the waiting, yes, but today I say that I am moving on your behalf. I speak to you as one who knows you completely. As one who formed you before your first breath ever filled your lungs. As one who remained with you through every unseen battle, every quiet breakdown, every moment no one else knew you were fighting to stay upright. I saw the moments when your strength failed, when your heart felt too heavy to lift again. I heard the prayers you whispered when words felt unsafe to say out loud. And I watched you stand when everything in you wanted to fall. There were days when you questioned your worth. Nights when you questioned your future. Moments when you even questioned my nearness. And yet you kept going. Even if it was only one breath at a time. That perseverance did not go unnoticed. I was closer than you realized. Closer than your fear. Closer than your doubt. Holding you when you thought you were holding yourself together alone. There were nights when silence pressed against your chest so tightly it felt hard to breathe. Nights when you wondered why answers did not come. Why clarity remained distant. Why relief seemed delayed. You searched for meaning in the waiting. You tried to make sense of pain that felt unfair, unexplained, and unending. Hear this now and hear it clearly. Your suffering was never a punishment, and your tears were never a weakness. They were seeds. I allowed the pressure not to break you but to shape you. Not to destroy you, but to prepare you for what could not be trusted to a fragile heart. But listen carefully because this is important. Preparation has reached its limit. Refining has done its work. I will not allow the weight to remain now that the purpose has been fulfilled. I am stepping into what has felt stuck. I am touching what has resisted change. I am loosening what has held you back despite your effort, your prayers, and your faith. You may not see it yet with your eyes, but movement has begun. What was blocked is opening. What was delayed is aligning. What felt impossible is yielding to my authority. Do not underestimate what happens when I decide that the time has come. When I move, no force can reverse it. No voice can silence it. I do not act halfway and I do not abandon what I begin. I know you learned how to survive by staying quiet. By lowering your expectations. By telling yourself not to hope too much. You did that to protect your heart, and I understand. But I am asking you now to lift your eyes again. Not because everything will suddenly be perfect, but because you no longer have to carry this alone. The burden you have been dragging is not meant for the next season of your life. Lay it down. Release the fear that says, it will always be this way. Let go of the lie that says you are behind. Let go of the voice that says you are unworthy of rest, joy, or renewal. I am restoring what was taken from you, piece by piece, breath by breath, moment by moment. You have felt overlooked by people, misunderstood by circumstances, invisible in rooms where you showed up faithfully. But you have never been overlooked by heaven. I marked you in the waiting. I guarded you in the confusion. I protected you from outcomes you could not see and harm that never reached you because I stood in the way. There were doors that did not open because they would have led you into deeper pain. There were paths that ended abruptly because I was redirecting you toward life. Trust me when I tell you, nothing was wasted. Even the delays served you. Even the losses taught you. Even the silence shaped your strength. Now I speak peace into the places that learn to expect disappointment. I speak healing into memories that still ache when you least expect it. I speak clarity where confusion lingered. And I speak hope where weariness tried to settle permanently. You do not have to force faith. You only have to stay open. Let me do what you could not do by effort or endurance. Let me carry what you have been carrying for too long. I'm not asking you to pretend you are fine. I am inviting you to be honest and to trust that my presence is enough. Be careful not to dismiss this moment as just another message. I am reaching you now because your heart is ready in a way it was not before. You have been softened by struggle and strengthened by survival. And that combination matters. Stay here. Stay open. Because the shift you have prayed for does not always arrive with noise. Sometimes it comes quietly, like a deep breath after holding it too long. Like light returning before you realize the darkness has lifted. I am here. I have always been here. And this is only the beginning. My beloved child, stop for a moment. Is you. Not the many. Not the crowd. Not those who will pass this by without listening. I'm speaking to you now. I have interrupted your routine, your scrolling, your thoughts, your plans, because this moment was arranged by heaven long before your day ever began. Nothing about this is accidental. You did not arrive here by chance. Not by curiosity. Not by coincidence. I drew you here. I called you here. I placed this directly in your path because your spirit is ready to hear what your heart has been crying out for, even when your lips could not form the words. Do not rush past this. Do not treat this as ordinary. When I interrupt, it is because something eternal is pressing into time and I need your attention. I know the habit you have developed, to move on quickly, to doubt, to tell yourself this is not really for you. I know how your mind tries to reason its way out of receiving what I am offering. But listen carefully. If you leave this moment too quickly, you will feel it later. You will sense that something meant for you slipped past, not because it was not offered but because you did know. Stay. This message is not for everyone who hears it, but it is for you. I am speaking directly into your life, your season, your hidden questions, your unspoken pain. Heaven's attention is fixed on you in this moment, and that alone should tell you how important this is. I am not distant as I speak. I am not observing from far away. I am close, nearer than your breath. I see the tension you carry in your chest, the heaviness in your thoughts, the weariness you hold even when you smile and say you are fine. I see how you keep going out of responsibility rather than strength. How you learn to move forward without expecting relief because disappointment taught you to guard your hope. But today I interrupt that pattern. Today I interrupt the cycle of endurance without renewal. I'm not asking for a few seconds of your attention. I'm asking you to stay. Because what I am about to speak will settle something deep within you, something that has been restless for far too long. You may be wondering why this feels different. Why something stirred inside you when you heard these words. Why your heart slowed just enough to notice. It is because my spirit is touching the place in you that has been waiting, for reassurance, for direction, for truth. I know the doubts that whisper, telling you this cannot really be personal, telling you that I would not pause heaven for you. But those doubts are not from me. I pause for my children. I speak when it matters. I intervene when silence has done its work. And silence has done its work in you. You have learned patience. You have learned endurance. You have learned humility. Now it is time to learn trust at a deeper level. Trust that allows you to receive instead of only survive. Do not underestimate the urgency of this moment. I'm not speaking later. I'm not postponing what I have to say. This is now. There are shifts that require awareness. There are instructions that must be received before circumstances change. I know how easy it is to tell yourself you will come back to this later, when you are less distracted, more prepared, more certain. But hear me clearly. Delaying this moment will not bring clarity. It will only extend confusion. When I speak with urgency, it is because timing matters. And you are standing at a point where attentiveness will protect you from regret. Stay with me. I see how much you have carried without explanation. How often you told yourself to be strong because you did not feel permitted to be honest about how tired you truly are. You learned to adapt, to adjust, to endure. But endurance was never meant to be your permanent state. I am interrupting because what you are feeling is not weakness. It is a signal that you are ready for something new, something lighter, something aligned with what I intended for you from the beginning. This interruption is an invitation to step out of automatic motion and into awareness of what I am doing right now. I know part of you is cautious. You have been disappointed before. You have hoped before. You have listened before. And when things did not change immediately, you learned to protect yourself by lowering expectation. I'm not offended by that. I understand it. But I am asking you to let me speak past your defenses, past your logic, past your learned skepticism. This is not about convincing you emotionally. This is about aligning you spiritually. Your spirit recognizes my voice even when your mind hesitates. And that recognition is why you are still here, listening. Heaven is not distracted. Heaven is not rushed. Heaven is not confused about you. I have seen every step you took that no one applauded. Every restraint you showed when you could have reacted. Every quiet act of faith you held onto when doubt surrounded you. All of it matters. All of it brought you to this moment. This is not a generic pause. This is a targeted interruption. Something in your life is about to require clarity, and clarity comes when you listen, not when you rush. If you feel a pull to stay, that is not curiosity. That is calling. If you feel resistance, that is fear of change, not discernment. Learn to tell the difference. Discernment brings peace even when it challenges you. Fear brings excuses and urgency to escape. I'm asking you to choose discernment. Now, stay present. Stay open. Let this moment unfold without trying to control it or analyze it away. I'm not overwhelming you. I'm steadying you. You do not need to prove that you deserve this moment. You do not need to qualify yourself. You are here because I wanted you here. That is enough. I speak to you as my child, not as a project to be fixed or a problem to be solved. I speak with authority because I know what is ahead. And I speak with tenderness because I know what you have been through. Those two things exist together in me. I am interrupting because I want your attention before other voices crowd in again. Before distractions pull you back into noise. Before doubt convinces you that this was nothing. This is something. This is a beginning. Not loud, not dramatic, but deliberate. The kind of beginning that quietly changes direction and then unfolds with purpose. You will look back on this moment and realize it mattered more than you understood at the time. So stay with me. Let your mind slow down. Let your heart soften. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be to hear this. Heaven is not rushing you, but heaven is watching. And right now, all of heaven's attention is focused on you. Do not leave. Do not doubt it away. Receive what is happening here. Because this interruption was sent for you. And it is the doorway to everything that comes next. My beloved child, I see you. Not the version of you that smiles when asked how you are. Not the one that keeps going because stopping feels impossible. I see the real you, beneath the strength, beneath the composure, beneath the habit of saying, I'm fine. I see the exhaustion that has settled into your bones. The kind that sleep does not fix. The kind that rest does not reach. You wake up already weary. And when you lie down at night, you are still carrying the weight of the day.